Nestled in the tranquil waters of the Caribbean, the small island of San Ramos was a place where crime was rare and everyone knew each other by name. That peace was shattered on the morning of June 11th, when Officer Daniel Reyes, a beloved 32-year-old local police officer, mysteriously disappeared without a trace. Daniel was known for his integrity, bravery, and deep ties to the community. He was last seen leaving the San Ramos police station at around 8:30 p.m. after his evening shift. According to security footage, he walked toward his parked motorcycle. But what happened next would become one of the island's darkest and most haunting mysteries. By the next morning, Daniel's motorcycle was found abandoned at a cliffside overlook, its engine still warm. There were no signs of struggle, no blood, no footprints. The island erupted into chaos. Citizens feared the worst: a violent attack, a kidnapping, or even a targeted hit due to a recent drug bust that Daniel had led. The San Ramos Police Department launched a full-scale investigation, with help from local volunteers and neighboring coastal patrol units. Drones scanned the forests. Divers searched coastal waters. A reward was posted. Nothing turned up. What truly disturbed the islanders was how silent the scene was. It was as if Daniel had simply vanished into thin air. Weeks passed with no leads, until an anonymous tip hinted at something unthinkable. Investigators turned their focus inward, toward Daniel's inner circle. Suspicion fell on Mateo Cruz, Daniel's childhood best friend and a fellow officer. Mateo had been oddly evasive during questioning and had recently received a large unexplained deposit into his bank account. Further investigation revealed an even more chilling connection. Sofia Reyes, Daniel's younger sister, had been secretly involved in a land ownership dispute with a corrupt local businessman, one that Daniel had refused to help her resolve through unlawful means. Phone records, deleted messages, and a recovered burner phone exposed a plot that had been brewing for months. Acting on a tip, authorities raided an abandoned estate on the north side of the island, an old sugar plantation house. What they discovered stunned everyone. In a sealed underground room, they found Officer Daniel Reyes, alive but severely dehydrated and malnourished, chained to a wall. He had been drugged and kept hidden for 27 days. The scene was horrific. Moldy food, evidence of torture, and symbols drawn on the walls hinted at psychological manipulation and cult-like behavior. Daniel had been betrayed by Mateo and two other accomplices, including his own cousin, Elena, who had been bribed to stay quiet. The motive: to remove Daniel from the police force so they could expand illegal operations on the island without interference. Mateo, it turned out, was working with the same corrupt developer Daniel had investigated years earlier. As news of Daniel's survival spread, so did false media reports. Some outlets painted him as a corrupt officer staging his own kidnapping. Others accused the police of a cover-up. Public outrage surged, forcing the intervention of federal crime investigators and even Interpol, given the suspected money laundering operations linked to offshore accounts. The truth came out during a televised trial that gripped the nation. Bribery, betrayal, and attempted murder charges were filed. Every culprit received maximum sentences, and the developer's criminal network was dismantled. After months of recovery, Officer Daniel Reyes returned to duty not as a street cop, but as head of a newly formed anti-corruption task force. The people of San Ramos held a public vigil in his honor. The case became a symbol of how even in paradise, darkness can hide in plain sight, but justice, when pursued with courage, will always rise. In the end, San Ramos found peace again, but it would never forget the crime that almost tore it apart.